What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video we are going to rank the top 10 cards in Diamond Dynasty for MLB The Show 19. Now, if you guys missed part 1 or part 2, I suggest that you guys go watch those first, because we go position by position and we rank all the best cards for the positions in part 1 and part 2. So I highly suggest that you guys go watch those parts first before you watch part 3, and this is the final video that's going to be on this subject. We're going to rank the top 10 cards. We're going to talk about a couple honorable mentions, and we're also going to talk about the possibility of some cards joining the fray towards the end. I'm not 100% sure that we will get to these cards. About 50% of me says that we won't get these cards. 50% I think we might have a chance at getting some of these cards, some new signature series cards released. Not 100% sure on that, but we'll talk about that at the very end of the video. But be sure to go watch part 1 and part 2. They're up on my YouTube channel before you finish watching this video. And we're going to go over the top 10 cards. We're going to go over the honorable mentions, like I said, and we're going to go over some possible SIG series that can come out still that haven't come out. And if they do come out, it might switch the rankings up a little bit. But thank you guys so much for watching. We are going to have a ton of MLB The Show content still coming out on my channel leading up. I'm going to try to upload every single day leading up to MLB The Show 20. And on the way to MLB The Show 20, we're also going to have, you know, any news for MLB The Show 20 will be on the channel as well. So be sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you would like to be informed about everything MLB The Show. You're in the right spot, so be sure to do that if you would like to. So yeah, let's get right into the honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention goes to Christian Yelich, and I did leave him out of the right fielders. I think he definitely should be in the right fielders. 125, 98, 125, 112 power versus left, 100 vision, decent fielding, not great fielding, but he does have 81 speed and 96 stealing, so he's a good on the base pass, a really good swing with a nice leg kick. He's definitely an honorable mention. He should have been mentioned with the other right fielders that I talked about in part 2, but there's Christian Yelich is really good, and the guy that kind of goes hand in hand with him in this honorable mention is Ted Williams. Ted is basically, Yelich to me and Ted are both staples that should be on your bench with 125, 123, 123, 125 vision. You know, he's the perfect guy to bring in versus right-handed pitching off your bench. If you want to play him in left field, I'm not going to have any qualms about it. I'd rather see you have Babe out there, but still Ted Williams is basically like Babe light in a way. He's got a pretty good swing as well. But I think he's just like an ideal bench bat, but he's going to get an honorable mention this year. Another honorable mention, and someone that kind of really got left off the rankings. I think you could have him anywhere in that stack of first baseman, third baseman, and left fielders is Albert Pujols. 115, 116, 110, 113, 122 vision. One of the best hitting cards in the entire game. Plus, he's got 86 fielding and 58 speed. This is a very, very, very solid card that deserves an honorable mention and should have been in the first baseman, the third baseman, and the left fielder rankings, because he's that good at hitting that he could be across the board at any of those positions without qualm. So I want to give an honorable mention to Albert Pujols. Now, the rest of these cards I think I pretty much have on my team, so we will be able to go back over here to look at them. The other honorable mentions are Eric Gagne. He gets an honorable mention, 118, 125. Great pitcher. Not a lot of people have him. That's another thing, because he's so freaking expensive as a BR reward. Not a lot of people have him, and so that really helps out because not a lot of people have seen him. More have because he's been out for a while, but that is a big factor, and what makes him so good. Even, you know, he doesn't have 125, 125, but he's got a great pitch set. He's very, very accurate. He's got a great motion. Eric Gagne, one of my favorite cards they've had in the game the last couple of years. He definitely gets an honorable mention this year. The next honorable mention is Clayton Kershaw, staple of the year. Probably one of the best free cards they gave away this year by far. Just a staple of everyone's rotation. 107, 113, 111 clutch. Great control, great pitch set, great motion. Just an unbelievable pitcher this year. Clayton Kershaw gets an honorable mention just outside of the top 10 this year. And finally, our last top 10, or our last honorable mention, I should say, is Frank Thomas. Frank was so freaking good this year. 111, 125, 107, 125. I used him so much this year. 196 home runs on the year, a 361 batting average. One of my favorite cards to use. Great swing. I honestly think he could still be, he's still one of the best first basemen in the game. Big target, doesn't have great fielding, but he's a big target, so that kind of lets him get some line drives and stuff like that. But his fielding is really what hurts him. His speed is really what hurts him, but his hitting is next level. Honestly, he is one of the scariest hitters to go up against in the game, especially if you have a left-handed pitcher, but he still smashes right-handed pitching. So those are our honorable mentions. Let's get into the top 10. Now, coming in at the number 10 spot, you guys know I'm super high on this card. Alex Bregman, 98, 125, 108, 125, 124 vision is so clutch. 83 fielding, 87 arm strength, which is really nice. 61 speed, so he's not that slow. And the secondaries that you can put him at: first base, shortstop. A great potential for this card at shortstop. You can even play him at left field. Perfect on the bench with the 125, 125, 124 vision. Perfect in the starting lineup. This is one of the best cards in the game, and he's coming into the number 10 spot this year. Alex Bregman, what a card. Into the number 10 spot. Congratulations to Alex Bregman. In the 9th spot, we are going to go with Cody Bellinger. 116, 98, 119, 125, 112 vision. Absolute masher. Great swing. Great fielding. Positional depth, can play anywhere in your outfield. He can even play first base. That might even be his strongest position this year when you really break down what he can do. 88 fielding, that's going to get reduced to an 83 at first base, but that's still okay. 83 speed at first base would be incredible with all these hitting stats. A great power bat, great to use online. Cody Bellinger comes in the number 9 spot. Congratulations to Cody Bellinger. And I do want to say another honorable mention should be Ken Griffey Jr. That's an incredible card too. I would just a quick little note, I think Ken Griffey Jr. should be an honorable mention for this year. In our number 8 spot, we have Jimmie Foxx. Jimmie is the best first baseman in the game, in my opinion. 123, 125, 114, 113, 111 vision. He has 75 fielding, 78 arm strength, and he's super fast for a first baseman at 71 speed. He's got arguably one of the best swings in the game. He can also play third base for you. This Fox card is a great card. It is super expensive because I believe it is a BR reward. There's just so much depth at first base in general, though, that it kind of limits how good he truly is in a way, because there's other replaceable cards for him. But in the number 8 spot, Jimmie Foxx comes in this year. And congratulations to Jimmie Foxx. Great card. I really like having this card. Coming in at our number 7 spot, we have Babe Ruth. 125 across the board still, 111 vision. The defense is really what drops him down. He just doesn't have the defense. He doesn't really have the speed, but he's your prototypical, hands down, the best cleanup type hitter in the game. I'm not going to have any qualms with you if you bat him second. I'm really not going to have a problem with that. But to me, he is the best cleanup hitter in the game. The best hitter, most likely, in the game. 125 across the board. He's the scariest card. When you see him sub in the box and you got like a 1 or 2 run lead, or it's a tie game, you get a little scared. We all get a little scared because Babe Ruth is an absolute masher. The GOAT, one of the best players of all time. If not the best player of all time in the history of baseball. Statistically, Babe Ruth is just an absolute beast, and in this game he comes in at the number, I think that's the number 7 spot. Yeah, the number 7 spot this year goes to Babe Ruth. The number 6 spot this year goes to Chipper Jones. 116, 116, 105, 93, 112 vision. His fielding is not that great, but it's also not that bad, and he also is 6'4", so he has a lot of height that can help to catch line outs and line drives. Charging a bunt, he's not the best, but he's also not that bad. He's pretty fluid. They can get some hits down the line past him at third base, but you got to live with it. He's a switch hitting player. He could also play left field for you. I don't really recommend that you play him in left field, but you could if you really wanted to. The switch hitting and the swing and the hitting is really where it comes through for Chipper Jones. Very scary card to see in the box. Still 68 speed with 75 stealing. He could swipe a bag if you really needed him to swipe it back. So congratulations to Chipper Jones, comes in at number 6 this year on my top 10 cards in Diamond Dynasty. Now at number 5, this might surprise you guys some, but Roberto Alomar actually takes the number 5 spot for me. 121, 98, 74, 79, 120 vision, but he seems to play above those stats just because his swing is so great. Honestly, his swing animation might be the best swing animation in the game. He can lay a bunt down for you. I think I'm going to use his swing animation in this game and maybe even in MLB The Show 20. I use it currently on my cap right now. It's so good. I can't stress enough how good of a swing it still is. 93 fielding. In my opinion, he's the best fielding second baseman in the game. Just gets great animations. He's so good at turning double plays. Like, if it's hit on the ground, he gets it for a double play. It's almost, he's got great arm strength to get it over there. He's got great range and reaction. He's got good speed, switch hitting. Just such a good second baseman card this year. He comes in at the number 5 spot. Congratulations to Roberto Alomar coming in at the number 5 spot. Now the number 4 spot, we're going to get to our first pitcher of the year, and this might surprise you guys, but I actually think it is Andrew Miller. I love pitching with Andrew Miller. The slider, the 4-seam fastball, the changeup is all I need. My favorite pitching motion in the entire game, you know, out of the stretch. 120, 125, the 97 velo. He also has the 99 break. That slider is very difficult to hit. He's a left-handed reliever, which is very valuable in this game. You can get him from Moments Extreme. Now, like, I think like 5 days ago or so, or like a week ago, I did put out a video on my channel giving you guys tips on how to beat Moments Extreme, and I really highly recommend that you guys play that mode. I recommend that you guys play that mode, and I recommend that you guys play through the signature teams to get the Vlad Guerrero, because you're going to get to try out a bunch of different signature cards to get your own opinion on which cards that you like through those. But I got Andrew Miller this high, this point of the year, 4th best player in the game. Andrew Miller, my personal favorite reliever. You can pitch him against comp for multiple innings. He can close out the game. He can get you out of a jam, you know, like he used to do with Cleveland. That's actually the team he is on for this card. But Andrew Miller, to me, is the 4th best card in the game. Now we're coming to the number 3 card in the game. I'm going to give it to Chris Sale. I'm going to give it to Chris Sale. Extremely expensive card. 114 stamina, so he can throw about 114 pitches in my opinion before he's completely out of gas. 110 H per 9, 117 K per 9, 99 BB per 9, and 96 control. So he's got excellent control. He's got the 99 break, the 89 velo. The best motion for a starting pitcher, in my opinion, in the game is Chris Sale. Great out of the stretch, 4-seam fastball, elite slider, elite circle changeup. Very difficult to pick up his, difficult to pick up the ball out of his hand. He is the best ace, in my opinion, in starting pitching. Now, starting pitching is one of those things that can be very debatable, but I've got Chris Sale as high as number 3 on the best cards of the year for MLB The Show 19. Now coming in at the number 2 spot. The number 2 spot is actually going to go to Honus Wagner. Honus is just so well-rounded. 123, 125, 88, 89 of the power, 125 vision, a good swing, can lay down a bunt perfectly. You know, he's got 91. It's just his fielding feels so freaking good at shortstop. I really hope we see this card come back in MLB The Show 20. 91 fielding, 90 arm strength, 85 arm ac, and 87 reaction, 96 speed, 98 stealing, 99 base running aggressiveness. He is the perfect leadoff hitter. He is the perfect 8-hole hitter. He's the perfect defensive shortstop because he's got a good arm and he is so fast. He can play across the diamond at multiple positions. Honus Wagner is an absolute beast. It is very difficult to get this collection done. It takes a lot of time just to get not only the cards, but to put everything together and collect everything. But this is one of my favorite cards that I've ever used in Diamond Dynasty, to be honest with you. I really like this card. He's coming in at number 2 this year for MLB The Show 19 as far as the cards are concerned. Really like Honus Wagner. Highly suggest that you get him. I hope he comes back for MLB The Show 20. You know, I'd like to see some other cards. I hope they can get like A-Rod. A-Rod would be an ideal type of card at shortstop, like the Mariners A-Rod. But I really like this Honus Wagner card. He's just very 5-tool. He's got the hitting, he's got the defense, he's got the speed, And that leads us to our number 1 card on the year for MLB The Show 19. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, 114, 117, 106, 118, 116 vision, 98 fielding, 95 arm strength, 97 arm AC, 95 reaction, 92 speed. He is the prototypical modern day 2-hole hitter with tons of power, tons of speed, great defense, the ultimate 5-tool card in this game. Could play left, could play right, could play center. He's got a great swing. He hits with tons of power. I think I've hit the most home runs out of anybody this year with him. 209 home runs, 360 average. He's been incredible for me this year. I'm so glad we got him into this game this year. I hope he returns for next year's game. He was the collection reward for collecting all the live series cards, so we were able to use him throughout the entire season, which was awesome. The other card, if they ever drop like a Mickey Mantle card, that would be amazing because we'll have a switch hitting center fielder with power and speed, so that would be an amazing card. But Willie Mays right now, he's just one of my favorite athletes. He's just a really, really cool card, and I'm really glad they put him in this year. So he is our number 1 card for the year for MLB The Show 19. So now let's get to some cards that still could potentially be in the game. And I was talking about this over on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you always can at MovieGamingTV. Also, if you'd ever like to check me out on Twitch, you can do that as well. But some of the cards that we might see, if we ever got a Sig Series Orel Hershiser, he might be the best starting pitcher in the game. That's a card I really, really want. He's just got a great motion and great pitch set. So I'd really like to see him. I'd like to see a Sig Series Brett Saberhagen. I'd like to see a Sig Series Bryce Harper, but some people on Twitter are pointing out to me we already have the 95 and the 97, so I don't know about getting him. I'd like to see a Sig Series Aaron Judge. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get to see him, but some people on Twitter have also pointed out to me that, he hasn't played in the league that long. I'm just kind of surprised we haven't seen one. Sig Series Manny Machado would be amazing. And I'd like to also see, Rebel hit me up as well in the replies. Sig Series Giambi, Sig Series Goose Gossage, Sig Series Dibble. All would be very, very good cards. I know that Daddy Demo TV, he hit me up as well. He would like to see Andrew Jones. I would like to see that Sig Series as well. And I would also, personally, I would really like to see a Sig Series Mookie Betts. That's one person in the tweet I wish I would have had in there to see. So, will those cards come out? I'm not 100% sure. I have no problem if they don't, because I would like to see, if the dev team is working on MLB The Show 20, that's totally fine with me. I have no qualms about that. We've got a ton of cards. The content's been amazing this year. Those are just some Sig Series that if they want to roll them out in January and February as we lead up to MLB The Show 20, which actually drops in March. I think it drops on March 17th this year. So hopefully maybe they could put in a little bit of that for us to have content-wise. But if they don't, it's all right. Just some ideas, just some ideas for them to have. I hope you guys enjoyed these videos. We got part 1, part 2, and part 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. At the end of this video, I will leave links that you can click to part 1 and part 2 if you missed those and would like to see those. I hope you guys have a great new year. This is really fun. I've really enjoyed still making content for this game. And like I said, we're going to try to roll out daily content leading into MLB The Show. So if you'd like to jump on board, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast making these videos. I hope that came out through my commentary on this, but I always like talking about this stuff. More gameplays to come. If you guys have video ideas for me, as always, leave them down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.